of it we have seen your paste, I mean just cut paste, copy paste, paste special, all the options. In fact, to the end of it, I even showed you, you can do a multiplication or any of the four mathematical operations with some, I shown you by multiplication by 2 for all of this, right? So you can try out for the other options also. So since we are done with the clipboard, now we'll go ahead for the font. Font need not really explains, quite self-explanatory. You can very well make out, but still I'll go it. I've just selected this data. Now the style as of now is Calibri, like Calibri body, you're seeing it. I may change to anyone which is like maybe in your office, the template, the report templates and all, whatever font that they are maintaining, they are wanting you to do that. You would have to change accordingly. Okay. And along with it, I can also change the size of it. Okay. If I can either I select from this drop down menu or I just do it by manually like that. There are two capital A's. Yes. One is of a bit bigger size and one is of smaller size. So just see it. One is for increasing the font size and another is for decreasing the font size. Good thing, again, I'll tell you, Excel, good thing is any icon or any area you're just going to hover your mouse, it is going to prompt as to what that particular function or feature is all about. I won't say function, I'll just say feature. Okay, so it is helpful in many ways. Okay, you will appreciate it towards the end of the course. Definitely you're going to do that. Okay, and then now, as of now, it's not in bold. I can make it bold. And for bold, even I have written here, the shortcut is Control and B. You can do that from the keyboard. I can go for an italic, like a bit of slanting. I can have an underline. Okay, all these options we can try. And border we had seen on that day, you have good options like either you go for all borders or sorry, you have just the bottom border. But then one you have applied means if you want to override that with some other uh, border variation, you would have to first go for no border. Why? Because you won't be able to, if say suppose you go for all borders and then try for right border means maybe right border has got, I mean yours all borders would have got overridden by the right border, but we won't be able to see it because it's already all borders, no? So now after doing no border, if you go for right, you will be able to see it. See all of them to the right side I'm seeing. Now if I try maybe any other, you can have say maybe thick borders. Okay, you can try it out. Maybe if I put for just one, it will be, you'll be able to make out. So likewise, you can really have good number of bordering styles. Okay, as of now, I'll go for no border. Let it be there. Okay, and the ones that are being given by default, if you are not really liking it, if you want to be a bit creative and all, you can go ahead and draw it. Maybe the line color also you can choose. Maybe if I want red, and line style, maybe I'll go for the darker one. And now try. Okay, you can try, you can give it a go, just exploring it. Okay, this is just for beautifying your report, not much of a real concern over here. Okay, that's there. Now, okay, I'll just go for no borders. That's better all the time. Okay, next two comes off with this is the bucket. Whenever you see the bucket, just understand it's a like a background color, fill color it's called, but understand it's a background color of each cell. It could be either blank, a white one, or like a no color you can say. And here it's your yellow. You can very well change it also. I can go for a orange, maybe green, anything, maybe a lighter green. I can choose any of them. Likewise, this is the font color. If you just hover your mouse before even going for that menu, font color, change the color of your text. So I can change it. Black is by default. Okay. Just to make it stand out, I change it to red. You can go ahead for any of the options also. Okay. So font ribbon is that much only. Any questions or can we move on? Small topics we can finish a bit faster. Okay. Yeah. Can I move on?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now, what about the alignment area? Let's go ahead. Now, the alignment itself, this is your like a horizontal alignment, and no, sorry, this is your vertical, and this is your horizontal. How it is, I'll just give you an idea now. Just hold on. Huh? I'll just make the row height a bit wider. Okay, I'll make the height of the row a bit wider. I'll come here and just give in. As of now, it is 15.6, right? Let me make it 25 and say okay. There was a reason why I did this. And even the column width also, I'll make it 25. That will be your row width and column high, like, sorry, row height and column width. Same 25 is the size that we have really given. But you can very well make out 25 for the row height is smaller and for the column width is much bigger or wider. Let's make it maybe 15. Yeah, 15 is better. Okay. Now, after doing that, I am going to just play with these 6 options over here. First 3 here, then next 3. Just see, just notice what is it really going on. Okay. I've just selected these, whole of it. Now, as of now, we are, as it has just told me, like bottom alignment. This is your second one, the middle alignment. Okay. Hopefully you had seen it was at earlier to the bottom of the cell. Now it has just come to the middle. Just see it. Okay. And this is your top. Okay. Top, then your middle and your bottom. Got it? How it's all your vertical alignment that I'm really changing off. Okay. Now coming to your horizontal alignment. As of now, there is no option that has been really selected in the out of these 3, none of have been selected. This is your aligned right. Basically to the right end of our cell, the value will be placed. This is to the center and this one is to the left. Okay. Now maybe you would have understood why I had made the column width and row height. I had changed where I had done a bit wider and a bit bigger so that you are able to see the changes in here. When I do check, check various options of these horizontal and vertical alignment, you will be able to make out. Okay. Now, as of now, I'll keep it center or maybe right is good. Yeah, right is good. Okay. Now, what about this one? This one is nothing but a orientation. If you want to have some kind of a artwork, if you want to do, go ahead. But I will suggest do the artwork only in the area where which is not of much relevance. Okay, so if some important data is something you're working on, you're going to display it on this like this Excel workbook. There, please don't do the artwork. Whoever is seeing it, he would have to really make an effort to find out what it is. At times, he might even get irritated. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? You know what it is, but just go understand what it is and then uh, apply your this especially your artwork. There are different options over here, counterclockwise, clockwise, then maybe like this, right? So it will be a bit of hard work for anyone to really see it. So do remember that and get on to it. And also one more small tip I'll tell you, just like I told for this angle thing, the coloring one, your background color, there's the font color and the fill color, sorry, your font color, your cell color and your text color. You are supposed to, okay, if there is some coloring that has been maintained in your office here, especially in the project, some templates people do follow. Okay, maybe if they are giving you some sample template to you to work on, they might even give you few specific number like colorings they might really give you. So follow that. If you are not being asked to maintain a specific color, do remember that. One small tip as in, when the audience who is seeing it, maybe the person who is going to view your report, he might be color blind. Okay, he might be, not necessary he is going to be, he might be. So if you get information, in case you cannot ask anyone, are you color blind and all, we cannot ask. If at all your senior is going to give you instructions on that, follow that. Okay, just have in mind while building any report or creating any report, creating any kind of yeah, whatever the colorings that you are really giving, just have some idea in mind as to go on with it. Okay, just a small tip only I thought of giving you. Now, after all this alignment, you have something over here as indentation. Now, indentation is nothing but in this whole cell, this A1 cell, you have lots of space just before 1, right? That the value 1.0, just before that, to the left of it, you have got lots of space. Either you increase the space or you can decrease the space. The space is nothing but called your indentation. So you have two options over here. One is to decrease, another is to increase. If I go ahead for decrease, maybe 1 minute. Okay, I did deselect this. Let me now give it a now also not. Okay, just a second then. Hmm. See, I am really playing with it. Okay, I'm kind of moving the data left and right. It is very much similar to what we have done over here. Something extra also they have given you. That's it, nothing else. Don't worry about it as to what it is. Okay, just increasing and decreasing. That's it. This is, I guess, increasing. Yeah, this one is increasing and this one is decreasing. I can really make out with the small blue arrow really coming up over there. I can make out. All okay, good. Fine. I'll go back to this one. Now, what are this wrap text and merge and center? I'll come across. Wait. We have this thing like one. If you actually see this whole sentence is just single sentence, fine. But it is very much into A1 cell only. If I go and select B1, I am currently in B1 cell, but it's actually not there. When I am seeing it, it seems as though it has gone till M, right? But in true sense, it's not. The whole of the sentence, the full text is just in my A1 only. I can see it very well over here. When I go to B1, I see nothing. So very much there in A1 only. Okay, I can now apply wrap text over here. How? Wrap text, just remember it one way. Hopefully you all like vegetable rolls or paneer rolls or egg rolls, street food and that I'm really talking about. So wherein your vegetable or maybe your whatever the filling is there, the filling is being completely wrapped up by that particular chapati or whatever that especially I'm just giving an example of chapati. If you just roll it, how will it be? So all of the text has been wrapped up into a single cell. In true sense also it was earlier in the single cell only, but it was kind of, I could, when I'm seeing it visually, it was as though it had started from A1, it has gone till M1, but in true sense it's not. Now what I'm doing is, even by visual wise also, I am bringing whole of that text into the single cell. Wrap text, just remember the roles, the street food, then you will remember, very much remember what the wrap text is all about. Is that okay? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now I just did a control Z. We came back to that original one. Now, what is it that I can do for your merge and center? Now we have got empty cells also. Let me just select 4 cells in a single row. Now, if I come here for merge cells, what happens is 4 cells have been merged into a single cell. Now, after we are actually, it says me the current cell address as A6. If I go to the right within the same on the same row, if I go to the right, it will be E6. It won't be B6, C6 or D6 because A6, B6, C6 and D6, these four cells have been merged into a single one. So after that, the fifth one, if I'm seeing, it's just the E6 only. Okay, four cells have been merged into one. If I go for unmerge, it's going to again that fill like that big one, that big merged cell has got back to that original position like four cells back. That's your unmerge. Okay. Now this merge across and your merge and center kind of same only. What is this merge and center? Let me show you. Okay, let me write this BesantTechnologies. Yeah. Now, as of now, I'm seeing here it's there in A6. I have written Besant Technologies in A6. What if I just select four cells over here along with that A6? I just select merge and center. What it will do is it is going to merge those four cells into one. That's for sure. Not only that, the whatever the text that we have written, which was there in A6, now it is at the center of the merge cell. That's your merge and center. First thing, it's going to merge those four cells because I selected only four cells. If I had selected five, it would have merged five cells. So based upon the selection, how many ever number of cells have been selected, they will be merged into a single one. And whatever the text has been written, it will come to the center of the merged cell. Okay. If I do unmerged cells, it's going to go back to that original one. Okay, it has come in the center. I can make it to the left also. Okay, what say, suppose let me select 3 and merge across. Now, did you understand the meaning between merge across and merge center? Maybe if you have noticed, if I do merge and center, this Besant Technologies would have come at the center of the merge cell. But when I say merge across, it has just merged those three cells. I had selected three cells along with the text. So it has just merged those three cells into one. But the text has been placed as is. Wherever it was to the left alignment, it has kept it there only. Only when I go for merge and center, it has just unmerged it. Now, if I try again, it will come to the center. All okay? So your merge cells and merge across is kind of same only. Slight difference between merge center and merge across. Major of the time you're going to use this merge and center only. Maybe just any table or report you're having, you want to write a heading at the top, maybe sales data for so and so company, or maybe sales data for this particular quarter or for this financial year, whatever it is. You would want that particular heading to be at the center, and that whole heading will be kind of spanning over that whole of my report heading area. So you will go for the merge and center only major time. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, so full of alignment is done. Okay. Can you, I mean, since we have completed this, I want to ask you one question. What do you really think is the difference between wrap text and merge and center? Do you find any difference between the two?
Wrap text means it will wrap all the text within a cell, but the merge means it will merge the cells.
Okay. And merge and center, ma?
Merge in center means that cell, the content within the cell will align into the center.
Okay. That alignment will happen within the merge cell?
Within the merge cell.
Okay. Okay. All of you agree with her, Rajashri? With everyone? Do you all agree with what she is saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
while wrap, we are just including all the text in the single column, but while merging, we are doing for the all the multiple columns.
Can you repeat? Your voice was a bit breaking. Can you repeat, ma? What are you saying? Divya.
While wrap means yes, ma'am. While wrap means we are just including whatever we are typing in the single cell. While merging, we are just merging all the and all the things we are typing belongs to all the merged cells.
Okay. Okay. All good. Fine. Now let me come to the main area, which is numbering. Okay, it says as number, but then we are going to discuss what are the different data types that is really, or the format, number format. If you see here, it says as number format. Na? Basically, in my layman language, I'll say data type. But in my Excel terminology, I'm just referring it as number format. Let's just see it. I'm just coming to the table sheet. Okay. Now in here we have got 6 columns. All good. First salesman, cloth item. Both of this, they have got text value. I can very much make out ABC values. So this whole, both of these two, or let me just select it this way. It will be text only. I am seeing it as text. Okay. What about date? It will be your date. Yeah, date. Now date has got two varieties. Okay, even before I actually go into the date, I want to tell you something. You would have to remember this for all, like from now on, you're going to remember this, especially in case of Excel. We till now, okay, today's date is 27th of February 2025. Now till now, whenever we talk about date, we all know it has got three components. One is the day. Like today's date, I told you 27th February means day part is 27. Then you have the month part. Either you tell it as February or you tell it as month 2. And the third part is your year, right? Either you might coin it as just 25, which kind of people do, and we all do understand when we say 25 means 2025, or else we explicitly say it as 2025. So ideally, we all know this kind of format only, correct? Date has got three formats: day, month, and year. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but Excel doesn't understand in this format. Excel understands date in form of serial formats, serial numbers basically. I'll come off with that. Now whole dates are there. Now I've just selected the whole of my date column. I didn't select the header part. If I come here, there's a number format over here. Na? I'm just going to select that. These decimal points are not really needed. I'll remove those decimal. This is the serial number format. In this manner only Excel will understand the date. Say for example, what is today? Let me open a blank one for you all. I'll make it bigger. Okay, I told you today, we all know today's date is 27th. If I want to get the current date onto Excel, it will be equal to today. You can very well say with the prompt, returns the current date formatted as a date. I get your 27 February 2025. This is how I understand, or we all understand. But how does Excel will understand that it has this particular cell has got today's date? How means it will convert it to a serial number format. Okay, I just removed the numbers. It's a completely whole number, no decimals. So for today's date, your serial number is 45715. Meaning to say, whenever I am entering any date for that matter, not only today's date, maybe yesterday's date, I can enter it like that, equal to date. I open my brackets. I'll put it as first is year, month, and day. What prompt is being shown is it's telling me the function and the arguments within that function. When I say arguments means whatever is being mentioned inside my bracket is called a function argument. Okay. So first is year 2025, then month Either I put it as 02 or just 2 is also enough. And then 26, yesterday's date I'm telling. Okay, I got it yesterday's date. What's the serial number? One before. It's 715, right? 45715 is today's date. So 45714. So whenever I enter a date in my DDMMYY format or maybe MMDDYY format, whatever format we all know, we are acquainted till now, Excel is going to convert it to a serial number. Good. That's one thing we all have to remember. It doesn't understand DDMMYY. It understands only serial numbers. If at all you come across anytime serial numbers, you just have to convert it to the date format. Very simple. Just come here, go to short date. There is something else also which is called your long date. Long date is nothing but you either, when it's a short date, means month component will be in number format, like today, this February month 02. If it's a long date, means instead of that, month name will be coming. Instead of that 02 as your February number, there is a month number, month name will be coming up. That's the difference. If you can really make out here, short date is 26 to 2025 and long date is 26 February. Just this is the difference between the two. Here it's in the number format, here it's a name format. You're able to follow?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so just remember this particular one, golden words. Just remember it like this. Whenever we are going to enter any date, like date values, okay, Excel is going to convert it to the serial number and then perform the operations because it doesn't understand DDMMYY. It always understands serial numbers only. There are few functions we will come across, few date functions which are going to return the value. There is a result will be in your serial numbers. You would have to convert it to the date format for our own understanding because we won't know what is the serial number Excel has assigned, right? That's all in the background. I don't have to worry about how it is converting it, but I would have to know that yes, it understands in serial number format only. If I get the result of any particular function in serial number, I would have to convert it either to a short date or long date. Is that clear? Hopefully you all will remember this is quite important. Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is for the first thing. Now, if I come here, all of this is in serial numbers. If I have to convert it, I'll go for short date, or if I want, I can even go for long date. Anything is fine. Okay, but one thing, I'll just, one more small tip. Many a times what happens is whenever we are given the data, like date column we do have, at times it becomes difficult to really understand whether it's your DDMMYY or your MMDDYY, meaning to say, is your month number in front or your day number is in front? It becomes at times we do find it difficulty. You will come across that issue. At that time, this long date format is really going to help you out because long date will is nothing but it's going to convert the month number to month name, right? So I can easily make out which is my month number and which is my day number. Do you get my point? It happens, right? Sometimes maybe if we are, say, suppose 11th December 2025 or maybe 11th December 2024. Okay, last year I'm talking about 11th December. Now, if I tell you 11th December, it becomes easy. But say, suppose it is 11-12 2024. I cannot come to a conclusion whether 11 is your month number or 12 is your month number. Will you be able to make out? I won't be able to make out all the time. Maybe by seeing the format, the full column, just to see the how it has been there. Maybe if I get some particular date which has, say, suppose 21st of December 2024. I can very well make out, okay, 12 means there's a 21 number is also there, 12 is also there. At that time, I'll be able to say, okay, that 21 is the day number because we don't have 21 months in a year. We can have at the maximum 12 months only. At that time, I can make out that 12 is the month part and 21 is the day part. But not all time, right?
Yes.
Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
So at all those times, it's just kind of this long date is going to come handy to me, like it is going to recognize which part is a day, month number for me. I can really find out that. Okay, so we have seen what is a number. Now, okay, I told you about the serial numbers. There's a normal one, basic numeric also. This is quantity sold. My unit sold is nothing but quantity. Quantity will be a whole number only, right? It has to be a whole number. By default, it's number only. In case if you are going to select this, you are going to get all zeros, like dot zero zeros, means just apply some small instinct here, like common sense. How can a quantity be in part? It has to be a whole. Like if I'm selling mobiles, I cannot sell part of a mobile, right? I have to sell that full mobile. Am I right? So at that time, just remove those two decimals. You have two icons over here. This is to increase the decimal. See here, it's going to increase. And to the right hand side, you have your decrease decimal. It's going to decrease the decimal. Okay, these two comes off in handy. Icons are there. Okay, that's your number. And how to increase and decrease a decimal you have seen. So increasing, decreasing, it's kind of including your decimal numbers into, it's very much bringing those decimal numbers into picture. No decimals, whole number, with decimal numbers. Got it? That's all about numbers. Serial numbers also we have talked about. We have talked about short date and long date also. Okay. Now, what is this general format? As in it's telling me no specific format. Like uh, general is inclusive of all. At times, if you are not really changing the data type or the number formatting into any specific one, I can keep it as general also. There's no, it's not a specific format that really we can define. So general one, that's it. Okay, many a times we might get the data that we have been allowed to work, we have been given to work. It might come off with a general format also. It might happen. But do see how you can change it by seeing the data, how you can really make out what kind of date number formatting that we should assign. See it and go ahead. Okay, so general number done. Date also done. What is this currency and accounting? Both of them, it does show me the currency symbol in front, but slight differences between the two. But both of them behavior is the same. You can do the mathematical calculations and all. Now let me select this here, both of this, like price per unit and my 1 minute. Price per unit and my total invoice. Total invoice is nothing but price per unit into units sold. This 599.99 into 10, obviously 5999.9. Okay, now if you see by default, it shows me the number formatting is accounting. Okay, if I change it to currency, same thing, but slight difference is currency. What happens is this, the currency symbol is very much near to my value, but when it is accounting, it is far apart. That's the only difference. But as in the operations, the how they behave, what kind of calculations and manipulations you can perform with either the accounting or the currency, both are the same. There is not really any difference between them. Only where how the currency symbols are being placed, that really makes the matter, nothing else. And many a times it's been seen that your accounting is the default one. Okay, that's also there. Out of the two, currency and accounting, the accounting one is the default. Okay, now you might think I'm just seeing INR. Okay, all good. I can even change other currencies also. You have it over here. You can to your dollar, pound, euro, yen, all these things you can make out. Okay, I can very well change this. It can really do, we can do that. All okay till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now for I guess first 6 we are done with. Okay. Next comes our time. What is this? Uh okay, I'll come here. There was some empty sheet we did, right? Where was that? Ah, here's the empty sheet. Okay. Here we had come up with a date format, like I told you, equal to today when I write as my function. The today function is going to return me the current date. Okay, that's when you just understand one thing. We are in India. My laptop is also very much in sync with IST. Okay, obviously, if I am going to buy a laptop from US, it's going to be configured with that time zone and that area, right? Obviously, it's going to be with that time zone. We are with the IST time zone, so I am getting today's date. Okay, but if they say but the same time, if a person located in US, if he is going to the time zone, that time variation is there now, like 10.5 hours prior to our time is what they are having now. So he might get the changes in date also. He might get 26th of February also. Understand that just based on time zone I am going to get it. But maybe since we're in India, don't worry about that. I gave you an example, don't get confused. Okay, that's your today is going to return me my current date. Current date, when I say, it's nothing but the system date that I'm seeing to the bottom right corner. Okay, I can similar way, similar fashion, I can even return current time as well. How do I do that? Equal to now, open and close bracket. Returns the current date and time formatted as a date and time. What it does that today is going to give me just the current date. But when I write the function now equal to now and open and close bracket, it's going to give me both your current date as well as current time, meaning to say system date and system time. If your system is being set to 24-hour format, it's going to display it like this, or mine is 24-hour format. Had it been 12-hour format, it will show us 850 to 842. Okay, but then if I see the number formatting over here, it says as custom. Ideally, it should have shown me time, right? But it is showing me custom. What I can do is now is returning me both my system date and time. If I want only time, I'll just change this. I'll just come to this number formatting menu. I'll come here as time. So only my time is now being shown, because now by default it gives me that combination only. And if I'm interested only in the time part, I would have to come here and just change this to this particular format, which is your time. All okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now, this particular sheet, if say suppose I'm going to save this and we open the sheet tomorrow. When I open the sheet tomorrow, now will be this equal to today will be giving me 28th of February. Likewise,
Ma'am,
now, sorry,
please come again the now function.
now today.
Now,
Now, okay. How I changed it, you want to know?
ma'am, if I try this, I have if I have to try this, I have a full of hashtags only, not an exact value.
You're getting hash, all hash, right? Nothing, not a big
Yes.
deal, boss. Just widen up your column width. It's going to show up. Hash generally, it's kind of error. It does show up like if it's a very big number or any particular value that cell is not being able to show it. Just widen it up, your hash will all be gone. Is it gone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this as in by default now is going to return us the date and time, both combination it's going to return. And that's the reason I'm seeing here as custom. I will come to what is custom, don't worry. If I want only time, I would have to just come here in the drop down menu of our number format, select time. It's going to give me HHMMSS. And sometime back it was, I guess, 20, 43, 21. Now every millisecond it's time is really running, right? So now it's giving me 20, 44, 24. After few seconds, or maybe if I try now again, see, 44 has got to 45. So every, just like today function, if I write the today function tomorrow, or if I just save this particular workbook and open it tomorrow, it will give me 28th of Feb. Likewise, this also, your now will also keep on updating every millisecond. If I'm unable, if you're really thinking it's not me, it's not showing me very prompt, it's not showing me automatically, or that thing is not happening, just come here to the formula bar, click near your now, and then hit enter. It's going to give me the new one. Current time. All good?
Ma'am, this 12-hour format cannot be changed in Excel, ma'am. It is only based on our system's time
Yes,
format
ma'am.
or in
Yes,
Excel.
yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Basically, based on a system only, it comes off with ma.
Okay, ma'am.
There are some custom options that I'll be showing in some time. Don't try lots of things at the single point. It might just make you confused. That's the reason I'm not going to every detail. When we go to the custom, I'll show you what all things you can do. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Say suppose if you are wanting to add AM and PM, I can do that in the custom. That's what I meant to say. And if I am not really bothered about the seconds part, just my minute, I mean hour and minute only, I do want to see, means I can do that changes also, that customization also I can perform there, then the custom format. Okay, all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now next option really shows me as percentage. Okay, I can do one thing for you all. Okay, equal to 1 by 100. It tells me 0.01. We all know 1 by 100 is 0.01. If I just select here now as percentage, it's going to convert it to 1%. Or if I, to make it all easier for you, let me put 25 by 100. Okay. If I just convert, go back to my general, 25 by 100 is 0.25. If I want to convert it to a percentage, I'll come here, or else I can select this as well. It's going to work very fine for me. But when I select this, only thing that I have to do now here is it's coming off with 2 decimal points. I would have to change this. That's the reason I just went for this particular icon. It's faster. We all want to do things a bit faster of shortcuts and icons. If they are readily available to me, I'm going to use them. That's it. Both the functions are the same. And in percentage also, you can, if you want maybe 1 decimal point, 2 decimal points you want to maintain, you can go ahead. Say suppose I go for 26 by 100. Okay, or maybe 20. Okay, let me increase the decimals. Are you able to make out now what I'm trying to say? Because percentage also we can have decimals, no? 14 for like any quarter, the updates we do see for any company, they do release updates, right? Whether how did the company perform in the last quarter. They might say, okay, like compared to the previous quarter, so much percentage performance has increased. Maybe their market share has increased by so much percent, or maybe their net profit has decreased by so much percent, their gross margin is this much. So many terminologies they do really mention, right? In their press meet and all, they do mention, right? The same thing comes off in our newspapers also. So at that time also, every time the percentage won't be in a whole number, there can be some decimals also. You are going to encounter that. It's up to you how many decimal place you are going to maintain. But I'll suggest maximum 1 or 2, not more than that. Don't keep 3 or 4 and all. All okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. That's all your about percentage. Okay, what is this fraction? Fraction, okay, if I just select this fraction, let me easier one, let me show you so that it becomes easier for us to understand. Not only for me, for you also. Either I say as 25% or I just say as 1 by 4. Basic maths, nothing rocket science. Okay? Text
Yes.
we have seen scientific. Scientific is nothing but like sine theta, cos theta, and all we would have learned during our trigonometry days, right? That same thing only. Equal to sine. If I put, say, suppose 90, it's going to give me a value. Maybe if I convert it to scientific, a bit different it's going to show me, like with the E and all. But I know that it's just a sine theta, like a sine of 90 degrees. That's it. That's your scientific. Nothing. Maybe if I change this sign to cos, that's even going to work out for me. Cos of an angle. Okay. If I keep it to general, it will be in decimal numbers. And if I convert it to a scientific with that E format, it's going to show me. All okay? Yes. Can
Yes.
I move on? Hopefully, I'm going to move on. Okay. Now yes. Any questions? Okay, no questions. Apart from all of this basic ones that I'm being able to see in this drop down menu, we have something here like more number formats. I'm going to select that. All these options only you have seen, right? Till text you have seen. Okay, what is this custom? Okay, now we'll come to the custom. As of now, we have selected this HHMMSS. Now, let me give it a go for you all. Okay, I can do two things over here. Okay, let me see. There are a good number of formats that are very much over here. Just HHMM. One more I can try. See. Automatically it is converting to the 12-hour format. Sometime back someone asked, right? Who was it?
Yes, ma'am. Me, ma'am.
Has it got converted, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good enough. Okay. What more? These two basic ones. Maybe MMSS you want to try means like this. Anyway, 1 minute. So basically time you can try it off. All these uh, kind of playing you can play with. How do you want to play? You go ahead. Okay, what about this area? The today, the date part. How can I change the customize? How can I do the customization? Okay. Date, I'll give you a non-direct one option. I'll show you. See, when I deleted that whole type from here, it's showing me the serial number of that of today's date or any date that we have selected. Now, say suppose I want to show it in mm-dd-4ys. I can do that. Likewise, if I, instead of that hyphen, if I want a slash, I can have that slash also. Okay, some more I'll come off. Say suppose I don't want the day part. I just want to display this as February 25. That's it. How will I do? Now, Either I could keep full February like FEBRUARY or just to the first three. FEB, that's it. How can I do that? FEB is, if I have a single M, it's going to return me like from month, there are 12 months, right? So 1 to 9 is a single digit. So all 1 to 9 will be very much represented by a single M. But 10, 11, and 12, that is your October, November, December, 2-digit month numbers, I would have to have a 2M. Okay, here it is February, so that's why 02. Okay, so if I go for 3 M's, it will come off with the first 3 letters of any month name. If I go for 4 M's, full month name will be displayed. So I just, as of now, I want only 3 M's. That is only the first 3 letters of my month name. So just 3 M's. Now, hyphen, instead of 2025, I just want that YY. Like, let's try out. I'll show you. See. Even this is there, it's going to accept your 25. If I put the 4Ys, 2025, it's kind of, if I put 4Ys, it is your century also going to get included, as otherwise only my year. Just a second, hold on please. So if I say okay now, just February 25, FEB-25, this customization I can have. If I'm not really interested in the day part, that is your DD part, I can do it like this. I have shown you other customization also, like instead of DDMM, I can put it your MMYY also, MMDDYY also. Now one more I'll show you if at all. Hold on. Yes. Just like single M is for single digit month numbers, your single D is for 1 to 9. Like in a single month, either you can have 30 or 31 days, and February with your 28 or 29 days. So that's your 2 Ds for every full of our, because at the maximum we can have 31 days only. So 2-digit thing. If I have 3 Ds, it's going to give me the week, like today is Thursday, na? So the week name, or sorry, the day name of the week, it's going to give me that too, only first 3 letters. If I go for 4D, it's going to give me Thursday, full name. Okay. I can play with it. Is that okay? Last one was 4 Ds for my day name. I'm audible, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
4 Ds for the day name, which is Thursday today. 2 Ds for our day number, which is 27. 4M for displaying full month name, and 4Ys for the century and your year. All good. So good number of customization you can really try over here.
Ma'am, actually, this is, I think, case sensitive. Like, if we want the month as capital letter, but we can't do it, I think.
Capital M also going to behave the same thing, ma. See, I am doing capital M here. If I keep all as capital for you, let me do this. It's not really going to have a big deal. It's going to give me the display in this format only. So it's not case sensitive.
Actually,
You
if
have
we want the month as capital letter, but it's not coming like that.
that won't come.
Actually, in my office, while writing in paper, the format is a capital letter. But if we put in Excel, it's coming as small letter.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully I can try this for you. Wait. Ah, not really. Yeah. Quite true. It is not going to come. Quite true. Yeah. I'll see if there's a way out. I'll come off with ma. Okay. As far, let me see if I have this option over here. Let's see. Anyway, we'll see. If I come across this, I'll let you know. If there's one option, I'll definitely get it back to you, ma. Okay.
Okay.
Who was that, by the way? Lavina, wa?
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma. That's good. Okay, so customization, I have shown you good number of examples. I have really shown you, and more customization we can learn when we go ahead for other options. Like when we come across more of your currency values or accounting values, now we can have, like, say if it's a negative value that I'm really seeing, I can display it in red also. If I want, I can display it in red. Positive ones in green. I can do that. You have the options over here. I'll show you at that time. Not everything I will want to load you off as of now today. So, and just one more thing maybe we are left out here is, uh, see here in all of this, whole of it, we like say suppose I'll come here. I've written 1 lakh, right? Now I'll just put 1,000 separator. Okay, it says as comma style, but basically 1,000 separator. And if I want to remove the decimals, very well. Okay, that's all about the number formatting that we are going to deal in Excel. All okay?
Yes.
I think, Lavina, one turnaround for you, what you're saying is, if say suppose I have these values, these 4 components are there in different cells, if they are there, I can just concatenate them to get that whatever you are saying, ma.
Okay.
Okay, I can try out that, like, but a bit of turnaround, like say today's date, na, for one that same today I'm going to copy in 4 cells. Okay, for first cell I just display Thursday, second cell I display the dd part, third one month name, fourth one the year part. So 4 different cells are going to have different values, right? 1 minute,
Yes.
ma. See here also I'm seeing hash Akhil. I just have to widen it, boss. Okay, don't think I am going to do something special for you, any of you. Okay, hash is one of the errors, boss. So just to remove that error, you have to widen the column width. That's the whole thing, nothing else. This is much better. uh, copy and copy, sorry, paste and paste. Okay, now here I just make it, I want Thursday, right? So okay, this one I just want the day part. So I can do it this way, or another way is there. It's a function that I can really use it. Say I can, instead of this customization, I can just come here and equal to day of today's date. I can try it out that I'm going to get 27. Yes. equal to month of today's date. Okay. Year equal to YEAR of today. Okay, now I have 4 of them, right? Now I'll just 1 minute. What is it in custom? Achha. Okay. It might give me some small issue over there. Wait. Upper does apply on this only. I don't think it's going to help me in that. Yes, it won't. Bit of turnaround. I would have to come here, apply an upper. At times, upper a particular function is very much applicable on text one only. This is not a text ideally. So it won't. Okay, I need to use few more functions like format, value and all I need to use. If I'm able to get, say, suppose if I don't have any of these, I just put here as Thursday. Okay, now I can just come here, concatenate. Again, it will give me some error. I know that what error. Because concatenate also works on text values only. Maybe it can give me some errors. It didn't, hopefully it didn't, it didn't give me. This is possible. But then it's kind of you won't be able to do any kind of manipulations using this particular date one. Okay.
Okay.
Some turnaround and all, like few functions and all, you are going to use them to make it work. Just for display purpose, this is good, but not for my calculation purpose. That original one which comes off with a custom format, that only will work.
Okay.
Okay, wow. Got it?
Yeah.
So here and there you have to do bit extra work. Okay. Any other questions, guys? If no questions, we are good to wrap up. I will start off with conditional formatting tomorrow. Today is Thursday, right? Yes, today is Thursday. Okay, all good?